Okay. A very good afternoon, evening, everybody. Well, today, welcome back to Super Wednesday. I'm actually doing a new series. I will be sharing the brochure of Be the Light. Have you seen this brochure? Can you see my slide? Okay. Can you see this brochure? So today I'll be sharing to your what is LifeWave and why we need to learn how to actually enhance ourselves in prospecting our people with this brochure that has been designed by Jinlonghealthgroup. So let's start it and not delay any of your time. So what are we into today? I'll be introducing you to my hero, David Smith. He is actually the LifeWave founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeWave. And everybody knows that he is the inventor of our fantastic patch. But do you know the story behind LifeWave? He's actually an inventor of the Navy SEALs. Before he actually let us try off the products that we are using today. We all know about patches, but do you know that David can actually design submarine? He was asked by the Navy SEALs to actually design a mini submarine which can be underwater for 60 hours. And this submarine is so unique that it can actually hold those people inside the submarine for 60 hours. But the problem is the soldier inside the Naval SEAL, they cannot withstand the duration of the 60 hours inside the Naval SEAL. So what can he do to actually enhance them to be more alert, to be pain-free, and to be able to rest well before the next session? Because it's war, it's not a housewife or what. They are actually going to a war. So they need to have everything there and make themselves healthy. So with this submarine, and inside the submarine, he designed the first patch that is the energy enhancer. And this one actually helped the soldier to boost up their energy. But when they're in pain, what will happen? They need the ice wave. And when they can't sleep, they need the silent night. So these three patches are actually the three patches designed for Navy SEAL. So if you ask me, why is it so important that we must know the background of David? Because whenever you try to give this brochure to people or try to talk about your patches, they do not know that our inventor is the great scientist. And all our products are actually done through years of research. Now he's into a lot of things. He even he's a scientist with a conscience, and he has been helping people all over the world silently. You see, for the radiation reduction, the shield, what is it made for? By looking at this book, this very pamphlet of yours, and opening up here, you would not actually understand what it's all about. So today, this half hour, we will try to actually enhance you with some of the knowledge that we have gone through. Okay, radiation still is actually to take off the radiation, but the radiation is too high now. If the EMF car and the 6G coming in, there's no way you can actually shield off any radiation. So this was actually taken off the shelf. But he actually created another very fantastic product, the drone. And this drone actually helped a lot of people during disaster. And plastic to energy. Who has the largest plastic rubbish in the world? I think Malaysia. I think the next country that he's going to come to is Malaysia to try out this machine to actually dissolve our plastic. And he even designed this organic agriculture system so that the plants, just like us, can actually patch and also benefit from the patch. So if that's so, our first invention that he made was the Exicon for our patches, remember? We'll go through it with you afterward. And then the next one, what is oxygen? We need oxygen for the air, correct or not? And a lot of people think that going to the forest is the best place to get your oxygen. But actually, it's not. It's the sea. And he is actually done a very fantastic job to actually enhance the sea to actually emit out oxygen onto us. But during my convention last year, I was able to receive the age reversal water, which is going to be launched in Malaysia in 2027. And we have been trying out the water in Life Changer for a change. And do you know that you even can have recharging sofa and gene resetting machine, biometric enhancer? All these things are in progress. So do you think that our company is just a patch company or an innovation company? A company with science background, and we have upcoming invention every year. And these are all research and all are science backup, not placebo that everybody is talking about. So the beauty is he has been in the lab all this while, and even Dr. Melinda, the great scientist who was being awarded, said that our lab is actually the best in the world. Imagine a direct sound company with 200 patents he's holding, and even the American government want to actually ask him to help out with the American health. Do you think that this company is a company that you should actually get to know? I do not care whether you want to patch or not, but you must know the man behind this company, because by knowing what he is doing, you will know that he's going to change the world in no time. And with his technology and development, we are actually a company with a fully automated. We have our own factory in Ireland and San Diego. Everything is not done by human, and everything is automated, and we get our patch every day. And we just patch it. It's so simple, correct? We think that it's nothing. But this has to go through a whole process, a whole lot of technology, which will also be actually enhanced. So by going through the 3 pages, you will actually know what our founder is doing. So when you talk to people, you have to actually inform them that this is a technology company. We are not just a multi-level company. And by doing so, it will give you a chance to share and help more people as you go on. It's actually inside this patch. We always heard people say the source of light and life. What is inside this patch that is so fantastic? You all know what is sunlight? How the sun helps us? How the source of light and life with photosynthesis? Without photosynthesis, no plant can grow. We cannot get our food. Okay? So, by doing so, they're giving us energy and food. And David saw it. So, our body itself emits like protons. And you can see actually at the during the COVID time that we have this machine whereby you can actually see how your body is made of light. You can see different colors. If it's red, you are not allowed to go out. But with that, it's very important because this light actually go hand in a low frequency light, and our cells that's inside us to raise from various biological process I won't spend so much time on this because Jinhua will be dealing with this later because he will give you a bigger picture on what this patch is all about. Flyers, you will go through everything, okay? And these are the pages that you have to actually get used to. Because by looking at these flyers, you will not know what to talk. So I'll be covering the first page of it. And later on the product, it will be a very detailed session whereby Jinhua will go through you concerning our dynamic duo, which is the X39 and the Aeon. But anyway, what we want to tell you is that our product is actually dealing with light frequency. And our body is a source of heat. We do not need a plug. It communicates with our body to do self-healing. Fantastic. And I actually can swear by it. After my fall, which you can actually go to the school, the hub, and you can actually see my testimony there, whereby it actually does what it says, it replicates and actually communicate between the cell and develop stem cell for you. How is it going to do all this? Actually, everybody asks us, what's inside this paper? Is it important to know what's the ingredient inside? Even if you know about the ingredients, is it going to help you to enhance your self-healing? The important thing that you must know that you have to consistently and discipline patch it onto your body, and this patch will do what it should do, not you asking what is it made of. Because you are not the scientist. You do not need to know what it is made of. I can tell you all the detail inside here. Will you understand? You won't. You somehow even cut it out into two to show that whether it actually contains themselves. So the important thing is that my advice after 4 years in LifeWave, patch, be consistent and stay hydrated. This is actually a mirror trying to help your body to tell your body that you need the different peptide to be activated. It is another level of wellness. You remember you upgrade your telephone. Have you upgraded your wellness? Are you still on calcium pills? Are you still on vitamin C? Now we have this latest technology whereby this structure, later placebo, everybody call it, is actually doing a fantastic job. Try it and you will know the difference because this is very, very crucial. And you need to use it to know it. Because the wavelength that it gives out is just like when you on the switch in your house, you get light, whatever. I'm telling you today, it's not from the science version. It's all on a grandma's version. Because a lot of us would not know the scientific behind this patch. But for me, being here for 4 years, I always tell people, this very patch of yours is just like the switch at a house. You on the switch, it works. There's light. So it reflects the wavelength of light inside your system and activate the peptide. So it's just that simple. Don't go deep into it because you won't understand. So after you have known about all this, what must you do? This thing will trigger a peptide called GHKCO. This one you must know lah. Because why? Everybody asks you what is GHKCO copper. So try to remember this 5 alphabet. You always teach your grandchildren ABCD for them. So this 5 alphabet, please remember. If you do not know and forget about it, Google. And then you will know what it is going to help you with. GHKCO copper. Not only reverse aging, it actually saves lives. And then exposed to the sun, this light will cause your body to produce more peptide that your body needs, not more supplement that you pop inside your mouth, because you don't need that. And that is what I've been doing for the past 4 years. And it triggered a very fantastic peptide that's going to activate their stem cell. Don't trust me. It's backed up as science. Go to the back office and you will understand what it means. Okay? So it has been clinically proven that this peptide will actually, from an 80-year-old, you take this peptide from a 20-year-old and put into an 80-year-old. It actually changed. Fantastic or not? So go deep into the product later, which Jinhua will actually run you through. You want to be younger? You want to look healthier? Please don't go away. Stay till the last presentation because it's going to help you to understand more about this product. But what I'm here today is to let you understand about this flyer. Okay? This is the flyer you need to actually, can you see the flyer? Give me a 555. Remember to get this flyer from Life Changer showroom. And this is the one that's going to let you actually tell a lot of people what it's all about. One flyer can actually help you to save life just by holding the flyer and explain the whole thing to whoever you want to meet. Because this is specially designed by Jinlong to help a lot of people who do not know how to start off to share this product. And with this, you see, this fantastic product is actually helping you to activate your stem cell. It's not just any ordinary patch. Will they believe you if you do not show them some proof, some document like this? And inside here, we have all the testimony. And at the back, we have all the patents that you need. This brochure is a must-have if you are using LifeWave. Because without this flyer, it will be hard for you to actually take this product and tell people with your own knowledge because you are not well versed with all the things that is being implemented from it is 21 years. It's not just today, Our product has been in the market for 21 years. And with that, I have been enjoying all from LifeWave from the start, the day I'm joining until now. I have been enjoying life by traveling to all the convention. So I will not waste more of your time. I'll introduce this young man. I think is all of you know about him. He's a pharmacy who doesn't prescribe drugs. And he is actually going to tell you more about what this patch can do and what and why you should patch it consistently and how are you going to activate it so that it can give you the best benefit that you would want. But bear in mind, always patch X39 is the lifesaver. So thank you, Jinhua. The floor is yours. I think you can get it earlier because why you have a lot to talk. Mine is just a small script, so you go ahead and do your sharing. So let's welcome Jinhua and give him a 7-7, please.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pochu, for the exciting introduction of this very powerful, simple brochure. So if you guys are actually wanting to speak to somebody, I think this brochure says it all. Yeah, you just need to master the way on how you can actually share this little brochure in a storytelling mode to people to make it interesting for them. Okay, so it comes with practice as well. And well done to Pochu. You guys think that she did a great job? Type in a 555, yeah? 555 to support her. Okay, Pochu, can you just stop sharing your screen so that I can share
Sorry,
mine? You, no
so
problem.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So it's been a while since I shared on Super Wednesday. We've been taking quite a bit of a holiday. Yeah, it's good to be back and good to see everyone again. If you can hear me loud and clear, type in the chat box 111, yeah? Okay. All right, guys. So as Poshu mentioned just now, my name is Chinhua. For those of you who are new here today, welcome, welcome. For those of you who have been here all along to support us, thank you so much. And today I just want to speak a bit more about one of the biggest topic there is in health, okay? And it's called pain, okay? So a lot of people suffer from pain. The numerous events that I've done is largely based on helping people with pain. So I go to care homes, I go to nursing homes, I go to, like a residential homes. I do little events there to patch people and let them experience the patch, right? And a lot of times the feedbacks are just amazing. Yeah, because you can actually feel it instantly, right? So why is aging such a big issue? Yeah. So for a lot of people, aging seems to be a disease, right? But if you actually manage yourself properly, you know what to do with your health, it can also be a blessing. It can be either way. Yeah. And aging is something that we cannot avoid, but we can actually do a lot more to actually help our body to age gracefully. Yeah. So what causes aging actually? Okay. So your telomere shortening, your mitochondrial not functioning, your nutrition not enough, like just now, Pochu mentioned radiation that causes, like a gene alteration, gene instability. Your stem cells are getting exhausted. Yeah. So that's why people age faster than their age, right? But with LifeWave technology, you can actually not only stop aging, but you can reverse the age of your organs and your cells. So that's actually very, very powerful. Yeah. So that's why when we age in a certain way and our body inflammation is high, our body starts to ache for no reason. You wake up one day, oh gosh, I don't know why my left buttock just seems to be more painful today. I never had this kind of pain before, right? And then you go and visit the doctor. The doctor say, yeah, nothing much. It's just aging. So take some painkillers. If it doesn't work, come back. I'll give you a jab. Yeah. So a lot of times there are no reason for just being experiencing pain, all right? So that's why when we look at the way our body is structured, there is reason for why we are suffering from pain every single day. Yeah, unresolved pain. Okay, so whether it's muscle pain, knee pain, joint pain, arthritis, every single thing is actually caused by inflammation in our body, right? So that's why this is something that we all should take note of because inflammation happens every single second, right? I'm looking at the computer right now. There's radiation. Something is causing my body to be inflamed. Yeah, the lighting and things like that as well. Okay, so this is something that we cannot avoid unless we go and live in the jungle with no phones, no laptops, no nothing. Yeah, in our modern age today, there is a lot of inflammation that is going on in our system. Yeah. And we got to accept that and we got to do something about it. Okay. Not just let our body rot as we age. Right. And if you look at aging, it's a very natural, gradual process. But who says that when we are in our 80s and 90s, we need to be bedridden or be on wheelchairs? Who says that? Why can't we travel the world, go and look at places, climb 10,000 steps, upgrade Wall of China? Why can't we do that? Why does aging has to be always uh be associated with bedridden, pain, wheelchair, and things like that? Yeah. So why can't we turn it the other way around and actually look at things in a more positive manner? Okay, so then we can actually achieve it. So David Smithy himself says that, with this technology, it's very, very potential that we can all age gracefully without a lot of aches and pains and manageable, as long as we take care of our health with the new right nutrition, exercise, sleep right, and things like that. Yeah. So then it doesn't have to be that discouraging way. Okay. So there are different types of pain. When we look at acute pain, it can be due to sports injury, yeah, or after a surgery. That's acute, like just short term. When you look at chronic pain, it's usually long lasting and condition like arthritis. Yeah. So if you have people that are suffering from arthritis, you can know that it can be a long duration. And how they manage the pain? Painkillers, painkiller patches, injections. It goes away, but then it comes back again. Yeah, that's not something that we want. We want it to be manageable without the use of drugs, injection, pills. Yeah. So radiating pain, like sciatica, like a spinal issue, right? So these are all radiating from your hip right down to your leg. Okay. So referred pain. Referred pain means it fell in a different area from its source, such as shoulder pain from a heart attack. Yeah. So Jinong always say that, oh, if your shoulder aches, there's something related to your heart. Remember that? Jinong always mentioned that. Yeah, so this is what we call a specific area. Okay? So tissue damage like sprains, fracture. Sometimes we cannot avoid accidents, especially if we play sports. A lot of fractures or broken bones happens to older generation in the bathroom. So that's why is it so important to really renovate your bathroom if there are elderly living at home. Yeah. So the slips and the falls because of the wet floors and things like that. Even the mats, the mats in the bathroom is not really suitable as well. Okay. So that's why you need to get a professional to really look into the bathroom tiles. Yeah. Because that's where the most fractures and broken bones happens. And that's where the most death, yeah, occurrence happens as well. Okay. So neuropathic pain like diabetes, yeah, because of nerve damage. Okay. So if you have diabetic issue for a long time, like 10, 20 years, you're almost always guaranteed that you have neuropathic pain. Yeah, your nerves are damaged already. Okay. So that's why a lot of people they get numbness. Yeah, they get a tingly sensation when they sleep at night. Okay. So because the nerve is damaged, it can't send the signal, right? So that's why it's important to take care. Yeah. So I was talking to a prospect today and over the phone. Yeah, I don't know him. He called me out of the blue. He told me he had neuropathic pain for 2 years. Yeah. So he's diabetic for 20 years. I asked him if his pain is on both of his legs. He say only one leg because the other leg already amputated. Yeah. So this is something that we should not take lightly, especially if you're taking care of elderly. Yeah. If they don't take care of their food and all that, it's just a matter of time. Yeah. So by the end of it all, we don't want all this to happen. We want to just go peacefully. Yeah. So all these are all education and let's not be ignorant. Yeah. So in a lot of my presentations, I always repeat what I say. And it's because a lot of people, new people, will come in and get the messages. Yeah. So that's why it's important. It's really important for us to understand and be very assertive that we need to take care of our body, yeah, and our family members. Okay. So this is what the root cause of all diseases is inflammation. Yeah. A lot of times people don't understand what inflammation is. Oh, it's just pain lah. Yeah. It's just skin issue lah. It's not that. Because inflammation is basically something that you can detect it in your blood tests, but you don't know what is the root cause. Why is there pain on my heel? Why is there pain on my shoulder? Why do I get migraines and things like that? Okay. So that's why if you look at this chart right here, it's actually very worrying. So this is the painkiller market chart in US. Yeah, in USD. And this is global market, by the way. Okay. So we are in 2026 and you look at the figure for painkillers alone, it's about 78.1 billion USD. Yeah. So this is how much painkillers the entire global population is taking, and it's crazy. Okay. So by 2035, can you see that the chart actually is going up? Yeah, it's just really going up. It's not stagnant, it's not going down. It's crazy. Okay. By 2035, in 9 years' time, it's going to hit 108.3 billion USD dollars. It's crazy, yeah. So that's why if you look at how people are taking painkillers, I used to work in a retail pharmacy. I know how people come in and buy painkillers. It's like eating candies. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Because a lot of drugs are not controlled in the way that it should be in Malaysia. Yeah. So a lot of Singaporeans they cross over to Johor to buy tons of medication because it's cheap. That is not the right way to take medication. Yeah. So in England, where I used to practice, is very protocol. Yeah. You cannot buy a painkiller off the counter like that. Yeah, a strong painkiller. Because over time, when you take so much, it's going to damage your kidneys. Definitely. Okay. So that's why the kidney dialysis centers in Malaysia is mushrooming. Yeah. Because a lot of overuse of drugs, too much supplements, like a wrong nutrition and all that damages the organs over time. Okay, so this is the number one issue in Malaysia, right? But it's not government control. So if the government doesn't do anything, the public will continue to do this. Okay, so that's why I've been back for 15 years, and the progress in the pharmaceutical, in the medical is so slow. It's still something that you can buy a lot of medication over the counter without prescription. Yeah, it is totally ridiculous. Okay. So hence I left. Yeah. And if you look at the entire world, which region actually have the most overuse of painkiller drugs? Yeah. It's actually North America. You can see here, 44.6%. Okay. And you look at Asia Pacific, it's the second largest. It's crazy, yeah. 30.25%. Mad. Yeah. Because of the non-governance. Okay. So this is something that we need to be very, very worried about. Yeah. And I see all those uncle aunties coming to the pharmacy and buy medication last time. The culture here is that if you don't sell it to them, they will shout at you. They will say, I'm going to talk to your boss. And then your boss will call and say, sell it to them. That is the culture here. Crazy, yeah. So a lot of times where the store needs to hit sales KPI and things like that, this is what they do. Okay. So all this medication, whether it's steroid cream, steroid injections, steroid pills, painkillers we talk about, right? Look at the adverse effects of steroid use. You think going to the pharmacy buying a steroid cream to soothe the eczema will solve the problem? No, it will help you in that first few weeks. After that, it comes back again. Why? Because you're actually not going into the root cause of the problem. Yeah. So that's why a lot of times when you keep on applying steroid on your skin gets thinner. That's number one. Number two, the steroid absorbs into your bloodstream, and this is what happens over time. Okay. So this is basically a very, very dangerous issue. Yeah, you get headaches, you start losing hair, stroke may occur, blood clot, your blood pressure increases, nausea, bloating, impotence, aching joints because inflammation is high. Yeah, severe acne on face and back. Yeah, liver damage, mood swing, prostate size increase, testicle size decreases. Yeah, so a lot of problems. And it's funny, yeah. Steroids are used to reduce inflammation, but then it causes all this issue. Funny enough, yeah. So that's why when I actually seen so much in the medical world, I ask myself, what am I actually using medication to help people? It's very, very dangerous. Okay. So and over time, if you overuse medication, this is what happens. Yeah. You will have a lot of pain. Yeah. So dependent on machines, dialysis, kidney dialysis, bedridden, and this is not life. This is not life at all. You don't have the freedom to enjoy what you are supposed to. The nature, the traveling, the family, the precious time. Yeah. So when you have all these issue, it's basically you're eating up, you're going to have a lot of a burden to your family members. Yeah. So that's why we need to really do a lot of preventions. Yeah. Preventions to make sure that our body is as healthy as possible. Yeah. So we are reducing the risk of everything. Okay. And if you look at a lot of times when people say, oh, exercising, joining the gym for 170 ringgit a month is expensive. Using the patches for 19 ringgit 75 cents a day is expensive. Yeah. But look at the cost of doing a kidney transplant. It's 138,000 ringgit. Yeah. So if you do two, got discount. Okay. So and after the kidney transplant surgery, yeah, you still have to go back for regular checkups. You still have to be loaded with tons of medication to make sure that your kidney is not rejected. Okay. So it's gonna be a painful procedure, right? Especially kids nowadays. You look at what they're eating. Oh my God. I look at my friends' kids, they're being fed fried food, cakes, sugar, junk food. It's just insane. Yeah. So it starts from young already. And the food now is much, much more damaging compared to our old days, when I was younger, or when you were younger. It's more natural at time. Now everything is so artificial. Yeah. That's why AI is also coming into place, like artificial intelligence. Everything is so artificial nowadays. Okay. So it's really up to us what we want to do with the next generation. Yeah. And educating them is gonna it's gonna take a lot of effort. Because of how the world is actually going into. It's not a very pleasant place to actually stay. Okay. So with all this coming up, I can tell you that the entire next generation, you have to really protect them. Okay. And this is the reason why we fall sick, yeah, over time, right? So when we were babies, we have about 10 billion stem cells on average, average, okay? So can you see the quantum drop? By age 60, you only have about 5% stem cells remaining, okay? And this is taken from the British Scientific Journal. So it's not something that we made up, right? So this is on average, this is average data. So that's why at the age of about mid 30s to like 40, 50s, right? Our body will start to degenerate even faster. Yeah. A lot of my friends, even me last time, I had liver inflammation, high cholesterol, pre-diabetic and all that. Yeah, I did not really used to take care of my health. Yeah. So I thought that medication would do the trick, but actually it got worse. So I started looking into wellness, natural wellness. Yeah, I'm really, really glad that I found this community. I can be here to learn and also to give back to the community as well. Yeah. So that's why a lot of times when I look at people in their 40s, stroke, diabetes, like a lot of issues, a lot of issues. Yeah. So it's not something to be taken lightly of. Because the lifespan of human being will decrease drastically, yeah, if you don't take care. Okay, so as Pochu did mention earlier, yeah, David Smith, this is the man, I can tell you that, a hero to many of us, yeah, and what he actually did for humanity is just out of this world. Yeah, a lot of times, pharmaceutical don't like all this wellness technology because pharmaceutical is structured in a way to keep sick people taking more medication, going for more therapies. Yeah. But wellness wants people to get well. Yeah. So that's why I've seen that side of the world, the pharmaceutical. Now I've seen the wellness industry, which is amazing. Okay. So David Smith actually spent 20 years to develop this technology, right? And over 80 clinical studies, no drugs, non-invasive, no side effects. 200 patents in America issued by the US government. So in America, it's not even easy to issue out one patent. let alone 200 patents under his belt and more to come as well. Yeah. So this is something to really give yourself a chance to look into this if you are new, or if you have used it for a while and you still not see very good results, give it time. Okay. So he's the founder and chairman and also a world-class scientist. Yeah. And he actually developed the first patch energy enhancer for the US Navy SEALs before starting LifeWave. And earlier last year, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. actually invited David Smith to be part of the panel in America healthcare to clean up America healthcare system. You all know that America healthcare is actually crumbling. It's like NHS in England. Yeah, they haven't been doing well for many years. Yeah, so these are the things that they are trying to do, the government, right? But luckily, David Smith actually declined because of his work commitment in LifeWave to serve us better. Yeah, so we thank him for that. And a disclaimer before I go further. So LifeWave products are for general wellness. So it's not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose. So if you have any medical issues, still refer back to your doctors and get professional help. Okay. So if you look at acupuncture, yeah. So some of you may have gone for Chinese acupuncture, right? So it's painful and sometimes, one won't do it. They need to poke a few at different spots. Yeah. So that is actually a very, very lengthy process. Okay. You need to go there. Sometimes you need to wait for an hour. You start doing it. It will take about 1-2 hours. So this is something that maybe you can actually consider using this. A Western acupuncture technology without the needles. Yeah. How convenient is that? All you need is 2 seconds in the morning after you brush your teeth. Peel off the stickers, slap it on the back, and you're ready to go. Yeah. So this is what technology can do for us. A wearable patch technology. Okay. So this was the David Smith's work for the Navy SEALs. So David Smith is not a normal human being, I would say. He's quite a genius, right? And he has many, many accolades under his belt as well. Yeah, a lot of awards for being the inventor of the year, right? So all these awards actually are from the international, okay, groups. And in 2004, this is how it all began. I always tell people that if you want to use something, make sure you understand the history of that particular product or technology. Because there are a lot of products out there. People develop products by copying another company and put it in the market just to make money. Okay, so that is why people always compare prices. Why this vitamin C is cheaper than this vitamin C? I'll take the cheaper one, but they don't understand that this vitamin C could be a source from somewhere natural, and that one is just a cheap replica. So it's like buying, like handbags. Yeah, you have the real deal, you have the replicas. There is a difference. Yeah, so don't just go for prices. Try to understand the company and then go and do your own study. Okay, so this was the first patch energy enhancer developed for the US Navy SEALs, as I actually mentioned. And this is the old packing, by the way. Yeah, so 22 years already, and it's still relevant today. Amazing, right? And in the Olympics of 2004, what happened was Richard Quick, a 6-time USA Olympic swim coach, actually discovered these patches and asked his team of female swimmers to use it during Olympic trials. 8 of them used, and 6 out of 8 broke personal best record in the Stanford University swim team. Yeah. So this is big deal, by the way. Yeah. So then over 1,000 people came forward to want to become LifeWave brand partners. Amazing. Yeah. So this was a news. It was in the newspaper. It broke out. Yeah. So then something happened, and David Smith was actually called for investigation under USADA. This is no joke because United States Anti-Doping Agency wants to investigate what is in this little patch that can actually stimulate and boost production of these swimmers that broke personal best records. Okay, and they found that they issue out a letter to say that There are no prohibited substance, no drugs, no chemicals, nothing that's prohibited, and is safe to use for competition. Yeah. So this is a very important piece of data. If anyone asks you, oh, do you have proof that this patch got no drugs? There you go. The US Anti-Doping Agency. Yeah. So subsequently, a lot of professional famous athletes, they started to use it during their competition. Michael Phelps, USA American swimmer. Yeah. Multiple gold medalists. So this guy's a legend, right? David Beckham, as you know, Serena Williams, #1 female tennis in the world. Mike Tyson, when he was preparing his fight in 2024, right? So at the age of 58, he was actually training and he was spotted using the technology as well. Okay. So this is one of the most important patents that US government filed to LifeWave. Yeah. It says that this is a patent of X39, that this wearable phototherapy apparatus can activate or something enters the body. It's that safe. Nothing enters the body. Okay. So what happens when you have abundance of stem cells? Now, the reason why people actually go for expensive stem cells injections, yeah, it can cost you between 50 to 100,000 ringgit per injection. Okay, is because if you have enough healthy stem cells in your body, your organs can start to regenerate again. Your broken cells can be repaired. Yeah. But again, it also depends on your body condition. Yeah. It's like sending your car to service on time. Yeah. You find that, oh, your oil is leaking, you can actually replace the spare part, right? Or if you find something, your brake pad is actually thinning, you can replace a brake pad. It's the same for our body as well. Okay. But the thing is that with our body, it's really hard to detect. Yeah, unless you have symptoms, right, of the alarm symptoms, whether it's bleeding or like heart attacks and things like that. Okay, so that's why the potential use of stem cells is so powerful, because we were all born as stem cells. Yeah, it can do basically everything. Everything that you see in this picture, it can possibly do. Yeah. But if you are 80 and 90 years old, your regeneration is going to be much, much slower. It's not to say impossible, it's much, much slower. Yeah. It's still regenerating. Yeah. So as I said that this is something that actually deters a lot of people from doing stem cells injection because of the price. Yeah. And one thing about stem cells injection is that you need to ask the doctor where is the source of the stem cells from. If it's from your own body, fantastic. Yeah. But if it's from third party, then you have to be very careful because you're injecting somebody else's cells into your system. Yeah. So a lot of rich Indonesians, they fly to Malaysia and do. Yeah. So that's why Malaysia is a heaven for stem cells injection business. Everyone wants to do stem cells injection. Yeah. Even GPs last time, the clinics, they used to only sell antibiotics, like cough syrup, flu syrup. That's it. Yeah. They can still make a living. But now, no. Now people want more and more and more because people want an upgrade in life, right? So they do all these injections, cost a bomb. Yeah. And look at this, you have to do it every single year to maintain your health. Stem cells injection. Crazy, yeah. That's why the cost of it, it's a lot of it is not practical for a lot of people. Yeah. So these are some of the more localized treatments. If you need to grow your hair, you inject it on places that you want to grow. Yeah. If you want to get rid of wrinkles, you inject it at the wrinkles area. If you want to have better joints, you inject it at the joint area. Yeah. So cartilage regeneration, spine, and things like that. But it's actually very, very risky, right? So this is basically between 40,000, that kind of range per treatment. And one treatment may not do it. You may need to do 3 to 10 treatments. It depends. Yeah. So again, these are all costs, by the way. Yeah. So it's a lot of money. So that's why when you're looking at stem cells, LifeWave is the answer, because it activates your own stem cells. It's not from another human being. That is the beauty of this technology. Yeah. So a lot of times people ask, what's in this patch? If you say it's non-chemical, no drugs, what is actually inside? Yeah. So it's a mixture of amino acid, water, sugar, oxygen, organic substances. Yeah. So the LifeWave patches do not contain magnet, battery, harmful materials, nothing. Yeah. Harmful metals and things like that. So a lot of times, people ask, right? Oh, I've seen some patches that have magnet inside. Yeah. So LifeWave doesn't have all these things. Yeah. So this is the real genius of David Smith, right? And it's so simple. It's just a little patch. That's why a lot of people can't believe it. Okay. And look at how we get energy from. Yeah. So we all get energy from the sun. Even the plants, the vegetable, the animals, they all get the energy from the sun. And we in turn eat the animals and plants and vegetables, right? So we are all energy being. Yeah. So that's why if you actually rub your hand, you feel your neck, your forehead, you're warm. You're not cold, right? So that's why these are all energy that you cannot see with your naked eye. Yeah. So what happens is that every single second you're emitting energy. Yeah. So that's why you're a bit warm, you see. So our body has different colors of light. Now, if you actually remember the height of COVID, during the height of COVID, when you're required to pass through the airport custom, they have a special thermal camera scan. Yeah. So that camera scan can detect your body energy. And it looks exactly like this diagram. Okay. So that's why when you are actually going through the camera, the customer will stop you. If you are predominantly red, majority of your body color is red, you're highly inflamed, you have cough, flu, fever, you may have COVID, they will quarantine you. Okay. So if you are healthy, you are almost always blue and green. Yeah. More to blue and green. So this is the natural aura, yeah, that we have. Okay. So when you look at this little patch, when you patch it on your body, in this instance, I patch it on my hand right here. Can you see this? Yeah. So what happens is that the organic crystals actually melts and forms a little mirror like this. This mirror acts as a reflector of your own body energy that actually reflects it back into your own body for faster self-healing. This is the simplest term of explaining this technology. Amazing, huh? Yeah. So basically, your body actually reflects, yeah, the energy that is coming out from this patch. Okay. So that's why this is a different approach to light therapy. And basically, when you use X39, it can increase the production of copper peptide in your body. So I'm going to explain to you what copper peptide is. Yeah, and why is it so powerful? Now, scientist Lauren Pickett, about 53 years ago, he actually did an experiment. Yeah. So Lauren Pickett has passed away now. But if you go onto YouTube, you can search for him. Yeah. Okay. So this is one of his most celebrated studies. When he placed the liver of an 80-year-old into the blood of a person in their 20s, the liver cells started to behave like young, healthy cells. Yeah. So it turned out that it was the copper peptide that was causing the older cells to behave like younger cells again. All of us have copper peptide in our body. But as we age, the copper peptide diminishes. Now, what is the function of copper peptide? Okay. So it tightens and firms the aging skin, improves elasticity, reduce wrinkle, dark spot, helps wound to heal faster, attracts cells that need for repair. So it basically clears the inflammation and increase the stem cells production in our body. Okay, so protects against UV inflammation. I remember during the beginning of my slides, I actually touched a lot on inflammation. There you go. So your body can actually clear the inflammation. You just need more copper peptide. Yeah. So it helps DNA repair and cleans out damaged protein. Okay. So this is something that if you actually understand this, you know that, oh, actually my body can do all this. Yeah. So a lot of times when we put in too much toxin in our body, if our nutrition is not good, if we are on tons of medication and things like that, it disrupts the body from healing properly. Yeah. So that's why it's important to understand how your body works. It's actually very simple. The medical world has complicated a lot of things. Okay. So if you look at this piece of research paper, it says that copper peptide in the light of the new gene data, copper peptide ability to improve tissue repair. Yeah. It has multiple anti-cancer activities. That means the more copper peptide you have in your body, the better protection against cancer, anti-inflammatory actions, DNA repair, cell detox. Okay, so that's why peptides are peptides are sold on internet and it's illegal, by the way. It's not legal to inject peptide into yourself. So a lot of times when people actually buy peptides and ask their doctors to inject for them, that is actually illegal. So I know a lot of peptides from China. Yeah. So people are buying from China and they want to look beautiful, they want to lose weight and all this. They inject themselves. Okay. Or this is actually very, very dangerous. So you all have to really be very mindful. Don't fall for the traps of, like just for the sake of looking beautiful and slim and things like that. Do some exercise. Yeah. Use patches more. You'll be beautiful and slim. Don't worry about all that. People want quick fix. Don't want to exercise. They want the shortest route. And that is the big problem. And that's why aesthetic makes so much money. Quick fix. The more you do it, the more you will regret later on in life. Okay. So that's why how do we increase copper peptide? We cannot stop aging, but we can support the body's natural repair. Okay. And X39 was invented by David Smith in 2018. So it's relatively new, no? It's only about 8 years now. Yeah. So non-transdermal, non-invasive stimulant and drug-free. In Malaysia, is registered as medical device. Okay. And uses the body's light to activate copper peptide naturally. So your body can activate copper peptide to produce more stem cells. X39 is the tool to help that happen. Okay, so that's why if you look at this research paper that you can get in your back office, this says that after 7 days of using X39, your copper peptide can increase on average 35%. That's crazy, yeah. Yeah. So that's why the longer you use the patch, right? People will say, hey, how come you look better? How come you look younger? So these are the things that people will take note of. Yeah. I actually never realized that I was younger until people tell me that I look younger, that I look better. Okay. More blood circulation, like not like pale like last time and things like that. So these are the things that you can only experience it yourself. And blood tests cannot show you a lot of things. I always tell people, blood tests are only there to test your markers, like your cancer markers, your diabetes, your sugar level, cholesterol, your liver functions and things like that. But how you sleep, how you look, how you think, your digestion, your energy cannot be tested by blood tests. Yeah. So at times people say, oh, you got proof or not? Like X39 so good. Yeah, what do you experience? Yeah. So I always tell them that I don't have a problem sleeping. My energy level is good. My digestion is good. That I never used to have. Yeah. So these are things that you have to use to really share with people. You can't test it, with a blood test report, right? And X39 is also proven to improve short-term memory, quality of sleep, and vitality. So this is powerful. So people that are actually using the technology for a while already, you can experience this also. Okay. And these are the benefits of X39 in Malaysia. The claims are minor pain relief, inflammation management, improve sleep, mental clarity, support wound healing, and improve skin appearance. Okay. So all you need to do is to patch it either behind your neck or below your belly button. That's it. These two areas for 12 hours morning, and then nighttime switch to Aeon. Okay. Now, LifeWave patches can support pain relief. Okay. And in the recent 4 5 months, I've been loving to use ice wave on people who have pain. Yeah. Those days earlier when I first started, I find that ice wave is too complicated to use. I did not try. But after really testing out on people, I finally understood how David Smith actually created ice wave. It's very, very powerful and very effective. Okay, so now I use it a lot on people that's pain. Yeah, so this is one of my clients in Switzerland. Yeah, so in September, her specialist actually diagnosed her with chondropathy, stage 4. Chondropathy stage 4 means that your knee is bone on bone already, Yeah. So she was recommended to take Panadols up to 5 Panadols per day. Okay. And I asked her one thing, does your knee hurt that badly or not? She said, not really. I say, okay. Because what the doctor says is that if the pain is not manageable, she has to go for knee replacement surgery. Okay. So that's why she was very reluctant, and I told her about this knee protocol. Yeah. So immediately she did it, right? And I monitor how she actually was actually feeling. And basically when I was talking to her all these months, right, she said that after using the patches, the knee conditions is stable during the day. Yeah. So that was the first week, right, that she had not had any physio session. And she used to have 2 sessions a week for maintenance. So then the sleep is still disturbed, as she wakes up several times due to pain. Okay? Now, what happened was I taught her another method to use ice wave at night when she sleep on the knee. Yeah. So then just one application, she said this to me. I slept so well last night. Yeah. I could turn in my sleep without waking up. Isn't this a blessing? To actually know what to do exactly when you are suffering from pain. Yeah. Because if you cannot sleep at night, it's a huge, huge problem. Your body cannot actually recover properly. Okay. So she also said that after some time, after a couple of months, she said that no pain while walking on flat surface, slight throbbing pain from stairs or slope walking. I can extend my knee without any pain. I still feel pain and stiffness when I bend my knee to less than 45 degrees. Okay. And this was, I think last month, December. Okay. So she finally got a second opinion from another specialist. Yeah. He did a physical check and said that the knee flexibility angle improved after going over the report from the first specialist. So he sent me for an X-ray standing up. Guess what? He said that I was not at all a candidate for knee replacement because I had good layer of cartilage on the interior side and thin layer on the exterior side. So he prescribed more physio and I should continue strength training for the rest of my life. I believe my knee protocol is working. Amazing, huh? So from someone who got diagnosed by a specialist, to say that she was at the stage 4 of knee bone on bone, require knee replacement surgery, to this. Amazing or not? Yeah. So this is something that if you don't try, you'll never know. Now, the problem with knee replacement surgery is that once you do it, there's no U-turn one. Okay. Now, so this guy, by the way, he was a national badminton coach from Malaysia. So he came to me a few weeks ago, right? And he did a knee replacement surgery 3 years ago. 2 surgeries in 3 years. And it's not something to be really to really really consider. Yeah. Because he told me this every day he's in pain after the surgery. The first surgery wasn't successful. He needed to do the second surgery. Okay. So when I went to meet him, I asked him, okay, he was on painkillers almost every day. So now the painkillers are affecting his kidneys. Exactly what I mentioned earlier also. Okay. And this is what he says. So I'm just going to play a short video.
Inside here, inside here, there's a pipe here. And until here, there's a pipe until here.
Here.
There's a pipe here. And then the whole implant is all this. All this is the whole implant. Right. So the patella.
So, right, his knee is always swollen one. It's crazy. He cannot even walk properly. It's that bad. Yeah, he needs a tongkat. He cannot even bend his leg properly. because the titanium that was fitted, right, it wasn't fitted correctly. So if anyone is actually thinking of doing a knee replacement surgery, you really have to consider. There are, of course, good results, but what if it's bad? Yeah, if it's good, congratulations. If it's bad, I'm so sorry. There's no U-turn. And he asked me if the patches could help or not. So this is basically the X-ray of his knee. Can you see this middle thing? The bright color one. That is the titanium, you know. So what happens is that when you do a knee replacement surgery, you shave off the bones. They have to cut the bone to fit the titanium inside. Once you cut it, you cannot grow back anyone. Yeah. So it's either a yes or a no already. Okay. So unfortunately for him, it's a no lah. Yeah. And he suffers the pain until today. So the patches couldn't help him. Yeah. Because it's not the problem of his natural knee. It's the problem of his artificial knee. Yeah. So that's why it's very, very important to be very mindful. If you know anyone that is actually considering doing this, tell them this story. Okay. And this is one of my friend. I knew her 2 years ago. And I always tell her one thing, you got all the money in the world and you don't have the energy to travel, you don't have the luxury of time to spend your money. What is the whole point? Right? So that's why she said, right, this was back in April last 2024. She said that she saw many elderly cannot walk. I was telling myself that I don't want to be like them, as I always share with people, the quality of life towards the golden age is to be able to share it with your family and friends and also your loved ones, right? Play with your choo-choo, chit and do the things that you love. That is quality of life. Okay. So that is one of my friends, okay, in 2024. And this was last year, I think sometime in November, she texted me. After about 1.5 years using the patches, you see, now she can travel. Yeah, she got a lot of energy. And she said that, oh, thank God I have patches. If not, cannot walk so much. You go to China holiday, it's not 10,000 steps a day, it's 20,000 steps a day. If you don't have the energy, if you're in pain, how to walk. And it's beautiful, by the way. Yeah, so she's in her 70s. Isn't this a blessing? Yeah. So this is something that you want to enjoy, not bedridden, like with a lot of money, but bedridden in wheelchair, got one leg amputated. What is the whole point? Yeah. So we are not here to scare you. We are not here to create fear. We are here to spread awareness so then you don't have to suffer that way. Yeah. A lot of people, if it happened to them already, we are sorry, but then if it's not, you are here today, you are listening to this, there is always a way. Yeah. So this one of our community members, I tried this experiment on her, and she had a shoulder accident about 40 years ago. 40 years ago. So then, because of the nerve damage, she tremors. So this is not Parkinson, but the tremor is actually very bad. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. So even with one patch, the tremor wasn't controlled properly. So I added another one. Do you feel?
Not using strength.
Mm.
It's less than before.
You feel less? Fantastic. Fantastic. So she herself said that after applying another patch, she feels more stable. Okay. So I did another experiment on her the next day. Okay. So let's take a look. You try to hold the cup again.
Hold it up.
That's what I told you before in the YouTube. A stars bracket in the Facebook. So when they ask questions,
Steady.
Wow.
Wow. So can you see this? If you help somebody who has tremor, let's say Parkinson or any kind of accident, they can tremor lesser. Of course, this is not a cure, but if it's more stable, they can eat better, more independent. They can brush their teeth better. Their emotions are better. This is improving the quality of life of somebody. Yeah. So that's why I find these patches so amazing, because when you experiment and you know what to do, right, actually it's so powerful. Yeah. You are giving that person a second chance in life. Okay. So this is something that is really powerful. And this Rosanna. Rosanna is a very active sports person, by the way. Yeah. She looks so good and she's in the 60s, right? And basically she's one of our community members, and she had rheumatoid arthritis, okay, since last year, okay, in 2024, sorry, July, right? And basically she eats well, she takes care of her body, and she did everything correct. Why is she still suffering from arthritis? Yeah. So it's all inflammation. You can eat the best nutrition in the world, you can exercise 7 days a week, but if there is inflammation in your system that you cannot get rid of, we will still fall sick. Okay, that's why we need tools like LifeWave, right? And basically, after patching for a month, yeah, and this is what happened. It subsided after 3 weeks, in November 2024. She never had rheumatoid arthritis before, never. Okay, and this is her results. Before she started patching, the inflammation is high. Can you see ESR? ESR is an inflammation marker in our system. So it's between, the normal range is between 0 to 20. Hers is 85. And this was dated August 2024. Okay. And in August 2025, after patching for about a year, you see her C reactive protein, which is to detect inflammation. The results, right? The range is less than 0.6. Okay, that is the marker. But her test result came out only 0.1. Amazing, That means the inflammation in her system has been greatly reduced. Okay, so that's why I say the patches takes time. Yeah. And if you go to do blood tests, they're not going to tell you which part of your body is inflamed. It's only a general marker. So you have to go for the rheumatology specialists and things like that. But what's the whole point? Right? They're just going to load you more medication. What for? Okay. So you might as well try this. And this is basically me. Yeah. As a pharmacist, I used to believe, yeah, and just worship medication. I never used to believe in supplements. Okay. And every single day, I took all this medication for 15 years. 15 years of my life. And I tell you, it got worse. My health condition just deteriorated. And after I tried so much medication, I stopped. I tried supplements. I just bought so much because I was so desperate. And it did help me a bit here and there, but it's not the result that I wanted. Okay. So basically, these were my issues. I had a lot of gut issues. Yeah. So that's why I speak out a lot about gut health. Okay. Indigestion, malabsorption, gastric, constipation, bloating, face water retention, heart palpitation, right? And low energy, low lack of focus, brain fog, stage 2 fatty liver, pre-diabetic. Crazy, yeah. So I was only in my early 30s. Early 30s. So from 29 to about 36 like that, I look like this. Yeah. But I was never fat. I was never fat. It's only the water retention. I have no neck last time. Yeah. So before I was only 55 kilo. Okay. So this was taken last year. I'm about 60 kilo now. Like, can you see? I got my neck back. My complexion is better. This is passport picture, by the way. So I have to put it on my passport. It's not some random picture that I took. So that's why I'm still very underweight. For my height, I should be about for my height of 172 cm, I should be about 68 kilo. Yeah. But slowly I'm putting on muscle. Okay. So that's why I've been patching for, this is my coming to my third year already. Yeah. So I just feel good. If you ask me, I just feel good. I just want to continue for as long as possible. Okay. So where do we go from here after all that? Yeah, inflammation, pain, that if you eat right, even you exercise a lot, you sleep well, there's still gonna be inflammation in your system. Yeah. So again, we are not going to stop, right? We are still going to continue to do what is right for our body. We do our best, and adding on the patches is the most amazing thing that you will be able to do. Okay. So drink enough water, supplement when necessary, avoid things that degrade your health, alcohol, drugs, smoking, and things like that. Okay. And LifeWave X39 is clinically proven to provide the body with a level of health and vitality that you have not experienced since you were in your youth. Yeah, so this is actually super powerful. And in Malaysia, as I mentioned earlier, this is the file for the Medical Device Authority by KKM. Yeah, it's a very important piece of certificate. Okay, and Tan Sri Hishamuddin, if you know the ex health minister of Malaysia, he actually visited LifeWave Malaysia as well. Yeah, so that's why it's important to keep all these pictures and data so that you can present it in a way that is confident. Okay. And aging is natural, but how we age is a choice, guys. Today you have a choice to make, right? How you want to live when you're 100 years old. Yeah. If you have the health, you will have the money as well because you have the health to go and make money. If you have the wealth, but you don't have the health, that is equivalent to zero. Okay. So LifeWave supports your body natural's ability to repair and regenerate. Yeah. So I wish everyone here live long, live well, live young. I really love this slogan by LifeWave. It's so powerful. Okay. So this is basically something that I remind people all the time. And this article, I pulled it out from the Star newspaper in 2015. They actually came out this article. In 2015, the 6 major illnesses are cataract, heart attack, knee replacement, cancer, stroke, kidney failure. You look at the price, it's only about 4 to 5 figures maximum. Okay. If you look at today, let's talk about 2025. The medical cost has actually surpassed 6 to 7 figures. And they are right about this. In 2035, it says 6 to 7 figures. It's already hitting 6, 7 figures now. So ask yourself this one thing. Is prevention better or something happens, you look for a cure better? So if you think that 19 ringgit 75 cents is expensive, to patch per day, you look at the cost of this. It's not about how much insurance you buy. It's the care after that. It's the burden to the family members as well. Okay. So give it a deep thought, and I always tell people, you actually do a lot of prevention right now, right? So then you can minimize the risks of all that. Okay. So my dad just went for a surgery about 2 weeks ago. He had a hernia, right? So he has been in pain for some time already, and the hernia grew bigger, so he had to go and operate. The operation alone was 30,000. 30,000. If you don't have money, how to operate? The insurance claim is only half, because it's a robotic keyhole surgery. So it's only a 2 hours operation. Yeah, but because it's robotic, you cannot do the full claim. If it's manual operation, then you can do the full claim. Yeah. So that's why now technology is very advanced, but you also need the money to be able to go through it. Okay. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any questions, you can always put it in the chat group. I'll take a look. Okay. Right. Let me see. Okay. Ayo, Jolene, which slide you talking about? I did not read the message. Um, Sharon, brand partners with breast cancer. Where is the actual spot to patch X39 Aeon? Tumor is at the left and right breast. She said that the patch behind the backbone, no feeling. Sharon, can I unmute you for a while? Sharon? Hello.
Hi, Jinhua.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Yes. Can I get more
Um,
information of your friend? Okay.
Actually,
So,
she is feeling well. She is feeling well and feeling good after patching.
mm,
The only thing she is she is not trust the backbone, so she want the actually good spot, the TMC spot, then to stick the patches.
Right. Does she have any pain or bleeding or cysts or anything?
Yes, cysts and pain.
Right. Got cysts and pain around the breast
Yes,
area.
yes.
Okay. How long has she been patching?
About 1 month.
Okay. 1 month. Right.
Yes, but she can
And
feel good.
she's
She can feel good. Better,
okay. All right.
yeah.
Understand. Okay. Got it. So is she going through any chemo, taking any cancer drugs and things like that?
No, because she's about 80 years old, and then she's not
Hmm.
willing to go through the operation and this chemo.
Okay. So as long as she use the patches and she feels good, that means the body is
Yes.
actually doing its work already. And
All
if
right.
you want, you can position. Can you see the patch on my
Yes.
body?
Yes.
You can put it lower, in between the chest,
All
lower.
right.
Yeah.
Middle, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So X39 and Aeon here.
All right. So morning
Yeah.
X39 and nighttime Aeon.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right. That's right.
okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Jinhua.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay. Siok Cheong. Any suggestion for someone severe knee pain and may require hip replacement? Siok Cheong, can I unmute you, Siok Cheong? 1 minute.
Yes, hi Jinhua.
Hi, Siok Cheong. Did I say your name correctly?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Can you just share with me more about this person? How long has she been patching X39 Aeon?
She's been patching probably about 4 to 5 months now. She's 70
Mm,
this year. But she's
mm,
had this. Okay, so she's had degenerative changes in her lumbar vertebra. So I think that's
right.
causing compression on her nerves, which then led to pain in her hip.
Mm,
And so now the pain is very severe. She can't really stand for long or walk for long.
right.
So I'm not very good still at using this LifeWave thing. And I find LifeWave at the hip quite tricky to do for her. So at the
Mm,
moment, I suggested she just put them at the sole of her foot first.
right.
And and see how it goes. But she's still reporting pain now. And she recently had she went to see a doctor, a pain doctor, who gave her a steroid injection into her lumbar spine. Which has helped her back, but is not helping her hip.
Right.
And so
Okay.
she may
And the
need
knee can help
to.
the knee as
Sorry,
well.
I typo. Because you kept talking about the knee just now, so I also typed knee. It's actually hip. So she has degeneration in
Okay.
the hip.
I see.
So the femoral head is no longer rounded; it's slightly flattened out. So she may need to
Right.
have a hip replacement. Um,
Right.
but obviously, she's trying to avoid that if she can help it, lah.
Yeah. Okay. There is one thing that you can do. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jinong actually shared a method of using energy enhancer behind your spine.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So has she tried that before?
No, she hasn't. Because I think
Mm.
she's because new users, I try not to overwhelm them too much with too many different types of patches. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
recommend to her, because I think she's desperate enough to try.
Yes. Correct. So that one is easy because you just need to position it at your lower back, the white patch on the right side, and then the
Yes.
left one on. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then I don't know whether
So
that's going to help her hip, though.
yeah, you try that first because the spot is actually the radiation of the pain is actually around the area.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will try that, and I'll let you know how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
Okay. Ken, thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you. Okay. Siu Hui Gan. For pain reduction, can I use EE instead of LifeWave? Okay. Siu Hui Gan, can I unmute you as Siu Hui Gan? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Can you hear?
Hi, Siu Hui Gan.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you describe to me which area is the pain?
Actually, it's my fingers, my two fingers. So, I have been using LifeWave. It kind of reduced a little bit, but the pain is still there like every night. So my friend suggests that I use EE because sometimes Jinlong uses EE during his demo for severe pain, right?
Yeah.
So should I try that?
Yeah. May I know what happened to your finger? Is it like a injury, sports injury, or arthritis, or what is it?
I think it's arthritis lah, but also because my dog pulls me when I go for a dog walk with my dog. So yeah, this kind of like damage lah to the nerve or
Oh,
whatever.
how frequent do you get this pain? And is it always the
Uh,
same area?
yeah, since I got it, I've been getting it like maybe about 3-4 months ago. Yeah,
I see.
and it's persistently there. I was quite desperate at one
Right.
point. I went to see the doctor and he gave me some medication. So it did help a little
Um,
bit and then it comes back again. So my friend is
yeah.
suggesting that I use EE instead of LifeWave.
Right. Okay.
Mm.
I personally I don't really use a lot of EE for pain management. I use more
Mm.
LifeWave and Aeon, which is very powerful. Okay. So I share with you what I know based on my experience. Okay. Now, if can you see my hand right here? Now,
Yes.
if your finger areas are painful, right, your LifeWave can be here. Okay. So the brown one on the most painful spot, the white one just right below it.
Mm.
Okay, and then you can patch an Aeon here.
Aeon there. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So it's like a triangle formula, lah. You see?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah,
So, okay, maybe I'll
yeah,
try that. I'll try that.
yeah. You can
Oh,
try that. So if you use EE, also you can combine it with Aeon, lah. But because personally, I haven't tried EE on pain reduction before, but
mm,
iSwift definitely.
okay, can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why it's like I've been using the patches for about 4 months and I'm still not healed lah, so to say. I'm managing the pain by using LifeWave, which reduces it by maybe 60-70%, but it's still there. The following night it's still there. It's just like Panadol,
Yeah,
just masking the
yeah.
pain. Mm.
How long has the arthritis been? How long have you had it
Uh,
for?
since that time, since about 3 to 4 months when I started, yeah,
Oh,
I
it's the same
yeah,
time you
because of
started the
pain,
patches, lah.
yeah, I use the patches.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because arthritis is an ongoing inflammation thing in your body. That's why you need time
Mm,
to clear it on. And of course, stress, radiation, all this also contributes to inflammation, lah. So that's why
mm.
if you look at Rosanna's testimonial just now, it took her about a year to really clear off everything.
All right. So just give it time, lah.
Yeah,
Okay,
give it
can.
time, lah. Yeah, as long as you're managing it better without the use of a lot of toxic medication, I think that is already a plus point.
Okay, can. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
try to not do so much work on your arthritis area as well. Like you walk the dog, right? Like you use
Mm,
another hand.
okay, can.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. Thank you. Ronnie, incomplete central cord syndrome. What? Testimonial on incomplete cord syndrome. Ronnie, can I just unmute you for a while? Where are you?
Yes, Jinhua.
Hi, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you
Uh,
just share with me a bit about this
okay.
condition?
I actually got asking this for my friend,
Yeah.
Victor. He is in the chat now.
Maybe you can unmute him. He will explain better. Victor.
Yeah, sure. Victor Yo. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Hi, Victor. Hi, Victor. Can you unmute yourself? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Victor.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, Victor, can you explain to me what is the situation?
What happened is I had an accident and I suffer from a spinal cord injury from C2 to T1. And the stenosis, which is compression on my spinal nerves, which resulted in some sort of mobility issue. And also, that also affected my bladder and my bowel, which means I lost control. And
Okay.
I suffer from numbness from my chest down. I got tingling and feeling coldness in my feet. So generally that is what it is. I had this over 2.5 years ago.
How long ago, sorry?
About 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago. Okay. How long have you used the patches for, and what are you using?
No, I haven't used anything yet. I'm still on.
Oh, you haven't started?
Now, still under medication for my nerve damage. And also, on top of that, I have a prostrate, which is another problem.
Yep. Right. So you suffer from daily pain, numbness. What about your sleep quality?
Not so much pain, it's stiffness in my mobility, numbness in my feet. Yeah, probably it's neuropathy. That could be the cause of it.
Yeah. So it's nerve damage lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how the patches can help you actually, if you can start with X39 in the morning. X39 is to stimulate your healthy stem cells production in your body. Okay. So patch it behind your neck, right? Because that is where our KL central is. So when you patch it behind your neck, what happens is that the blood can circulate to all your major organs. Yeah. So it's like TCM, they go and do the needling, right? It's all on the nerve. Yeah. So this is what we call the vagus nerve, the KL central. Okay, it's the largest nerve in our system. That's number one. Number two, nighttime, you change to Aeon. Also patch it behind your back or anywhere along the spine. It's okay. No problem. Doesn't have to be the exact position. Yeah. You can always move it down your spine if your skin becomes itchy. So do this procedure for at least 3 to 6 months first. And you can see what kind of how you feel on a daily basis. Okay. Yeah. So this is something that you can consider trying, because there's no harm trying one. So you add it on top of everything that you're doing, whether it's therapy, medication, and things like that, because it doesn't have any contraindication. The patches are very safe.
Okay.
Yep. So come back and share with us what you experience. If you come back every week, you can actually share. Yeah. Or every 2 weeks.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Victor. Take care.
Thank you.
Samsung user. What patches did I use for heartburn? Where do you patch it? Okay, when I first started for 7 months, I patch it behind my neck only. Yeah. So all that in these 7 months, I actually experienced a lot of improvement in my digestion. So after that, I started patching here. So in Chinese TCM, this is the digestion point. Okay, but for a start, you patch here first, right? For at least six months and above lah. And then you can change to this position, X39 Aeon. So now I don't patch it behind my neck really. I patch it here only. Yeah. So this is something that you can try. All right. Okay. So make sure it's X39 and Aeon first. All right. Next, Simpson. I have pain almost every day. What Rosanna patch to recover? I was told to stop patches because I patched too many. One night, X39 Aeon and Cancer E and many patch. I think I overpatched that night. Morning, my body feel pain and arm pain and inflammation all over. Yeah. Simpson, are you there, Simpson?
Yeah. Jinghua, nice to meet you again.
Yes, Simpson.
Yeah, okay, I tell you the whole scenario. Actually, I went to see Jinlong last week, you see, right? So he did all the demonstration and all that. So what he did was he asked me to raise my arm. So I raised my arm. Then he feel my arm and see which part is pain. I told him, okay, here this part. So he said he discovered that it's my pain, my shoulder, frozen shoulder could be related to my back or my spine, right? It's not related to, I don't know how he analyzed that. So he feel on my back. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he feel my back. Then what he did was he patched EE on my back, right? So after that, okay, I said I feel better. Then he told me to go back and continue to patch. So I did. For the next day, I still feel the pain, not that better, slightly better. And the thing is, so I wanted, because I'm so desperate, I want to be what I say, I want it to be healed faster, you see. So what I did, I continue as usual. I've been patching this X39 and Aeon as usual, right? So on top of that, I also patch on my arm, the 2EE on my arm also as well. And also I patch carnosine above my nipple belly, about 6 finger up lah. Oh, so whole thing lah. So that morning I wake up, extremely every part of my body of pain all over the place. So I couldn't understand. So what? See, I don't know what to do. You know, something very amusing. I go and search from AI, you know. I tell him all my problem. So he told me, you stop for 3 days patching all the patches and see how you recover and all that. So that was few days ago. So I did stop. Then today I started to patch the X39 and Aeon only. Other than that, I didn't touch at all. So I suspect is, I don't know, why is it here pain, there pain, my arm also pains. When I wake up, my hand also very stiff. And also I had inflammation. That night also I had inflammation. I wake up, wow, it's terrible. Very pain on my arm. Yeah. So I'm so puzzled until I'm so confused already. You know what I mean?
Right. So the 3 days that you stopped, you feel much better? Yeah, did you feel much better after you stopped?
I still feel the pain. I still continue my normal therapy. As what I seen those chiropractic, he told me how to do the therapy. So I did follow his instruction. Yeah.
Okay. So so you can actually patch X39 and EE like what Jinlong actually taught you.
Yeah.
And then Aeon at night.
Oh, okay. Only this thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. So you don't overpatch others.
Yeah. Another thing is I'm puzzled why I always wake up at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah. Very consistent.
Wake up as in go toilet or wake up why?
Just suddenly wake up only. wake up and also I'll go toilet also as well. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's
So
some
only
giving
once a
some
night.
almost quite frequent every night.
Ah, okay. Because the thing is that with your body clock, that 3 a.m., right, is your between your liver and your lungs.
It's
Your
working on
liver and your
liver.
lungs.
Is it working on
Yeah.
liver and
Yeah.
oh
How long
then
has this issue been?
you mean the waking up at 3 a.m. or what?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Quite some time, but sometimes it off and on, it comes in, it goes and all that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why your liver is actually doing the detox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a sign of poor liver function.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah. So for now, you continue with the X39 and EE in the morning and Aeon at night.
X39 in the daytime, is it?
Yes.
X39
X39 and EE daytime,
okay. Yeah. And at night
Aeon at
Aeon.
night.
Aeon at which area?
Yep.
At which area Aeon should I put?
At the back of your neck.
At the back of the neck also
At the
as
back of
well.
your neck.
Oh. Can I
Yeah.
patch on the arm instead of on the back of my neck? The Aeon.
You patch it at the back of your neck.
Patch on the neck as well. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So because I'm so frustrated, I've been patching almost 1.5 years, Yeah. So I'm wondering what's going on, you see. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember last time you said you patch quite a lot. You
Yeah.
patch quite a lot doesn't mean that it's going to be better one. So you need to go back to the basics and just let your body do the natural healing process.
Oh, okay. Okay, then
Yeah.
I will get back to you again and see how it goes. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so I've answered all the questions. Thank you all for being here again tonight. And next tomorrow, Gino will be on. So next week,
Yeah, one more question. The EE,
yeah,
how do I
yeah.
know to patch? Someone has to feel the on my back, on my neck. Which area to patch? Pressing
You
on.
you can feel with your own when you press it on your own or not.
No, I can't because I need my wife to patch for me. Press
Ah,
for me. Yeah.
yeah. Then you
Eh,
ask her to press for you and like how Jinon taught you how Jinon taught you how to do it.
The left side of my spine, is it? Something like that. The left side of my spine. Left side on my back.
You have to refer back to Jinlong how he taught you to patch because I don't know how he patched you. Did you take a video that day showing how he patched you?
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. All
Thanks.
right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the session. Thank you all for being here today. So if you want to ask any questions, feel free to go on to tomorrow's Zoom session and speak to Jinlong as well. Yeah. So then Wednesday we will be back and we will have another amazing session of Super Wednesday. So I just want to thank everybody on behalf of Stillingham. Thank you all for always supporting us, and we wish that 2026 is a very, very good year for everybody. Okay, so all the best. Good night. Take care. See you all
Right.
soon. Thank you,
Thanks.
Pochu. Thank you for the wonderful presentation as well. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.